Morning, yogis. How's it going? Nicholas here with Breakout Studios online classes. We're gonna get started with some yoga in just a minute. Feel free to grab anything you need if you're using a mat. I would also recommend possibly a towel. Because we'll get into some shoulder stuff a bit later. So sometimes it helps if the shoulders are a little bit tight, so we can extend the length of the arms by using maybe just any simple thing, a towel. If you happen to have a yoga strap, awesome, use that as well. And possibly a chair nearby. For any of my friends maybe who are first time to yoga, just check it out. Excuse me. Trying it out for the first time, or maybe you just don't feel comfortable always coming all the way down to the floor, or maybe some poses would feel a little more comfortable just in a standing position. Always feel free to have a chair, even if it's a couch. When we get to some of the more challenging postures, it's a great way to kind of modify things. Having a chair there for you to use, whether it's the back of the chair, the seat of the chair, anything that you can use to kind of help support you, and anything that we do is always great. So feel free to use any other props, additional furniture, anything that might help make the practice a little bit more comfortable for you. Hope everyone's having a happy Friday. I am outside. I do have some music playing. Sorry, my face isn't showing now, but I'm trying to set the camera so it'll show when I'm doing yoga. All right, once you're ready, go ahead and find a nice space. We're gonna start this morning in a child's pose. So once you're ready, go ahead and clear off your space. Go ahead and bring your big toes together so they're touching in the back. From here, feel free to bring your knees a little bit wider than hips width. Nice through that belly, shoulders soft. And as you're ready, go ahead and take your time. Gently release the hands forward. Let the head drop down. Now feel free to let your head release all the way down toward your mat. I'm going to bring myself up so I can keep talking towards the mic. But go ahead and set yourself up so that the head is down. You're just kind of resting here. Now this pose is child's pose. It is a perfect pose to come back to at any point in your practice if you need a moment just to chill out, to breathe, to slow down. But as we start here in our child's pose, taking a moment, just allowing your breath to start to take over. And as we get towards the end of our week, it is Friday. Maybe we don't even realize it's Friday. The days are kind of getting smashed together. One thing I've been working towards myself personally is trying to focus on things that I am grateful for, things that are bringing positivity to my life during this trying time for all of us. So if there's something that you maybe dedicate your practice to this morning, or maybe someone, or maybe just for yourself, you need a moment, you need an hour, now's the perfect time to do that. So whatever that intention might be, just letting the mind slow down, releasing any other thoughts, any other worries. And still in your child's pose, allowing the breath to deepen a bit more. Go ahead and give me about 2 more rounds, just a nice, comfortable, steady breath. And 1 more round here. I want you to take a nice deep inhale through your nose. And a nice big sigh out your mouth. And again, deep breath in. And release. 1 more deep breath in. And release. And just allowing your body to settle into the space. Allowing the mind to calm, the body to settle, the breath to become stronger, slower. And on your next inhale, gently take your time. Slowly walk your hands up just slightly. And from here, keeping that belly lifted, as you exhale, walk your hands over towards the right side of your mat. Now, as much as you can, use that left hand. Get a nice little pull out that left waist into those left ribs. And again, allow the head to drop back down. Take another inhale. And exhale. One more round of breath here. And as you inhale, bringing yourself back to center. And taking your time, go ahead and walk your hands the other direction. Pulling out that right waist through those right ribs. And gently let the head drop down and settle. And see, can you bring more breath into that waist, the side that's extended? Softening through your shoulders, letting your head drop down towards the mat. Take another inhale. And exhale. And on your next inhale, gently walk your hands all the way forward towards the top of your mat. With those hips sinking back, pausing here for a breath. And then on your next inhale, gently lift and bring yourself all the way up. Good morning. Now from here, I know we've been on the knees for a while. They've been bent. If you need to straighten one leg, get a little stretch. Straighten the other, go for it. And then go and bring yourself so that you're set up on all fours. Bringing your knees under your hips. Bringing your wrist underneath your shoulders. Elbows slightly hugging back. Shoulders soft from your ear. Now nice support through your core. But as you inhale, I want you to begin to pull your heart forward. And as you exhale, gently round chin to chest. And again, inhale, lengthen, pull your heart forward. And exhale, round. And two more, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, round. One more, cat-cow, inhale. Exhale. Now from here, pause, take a moment. We're going to go through that round again, but feel free to take that stretch into your side ribs this time. Feel free to release your head, release your neck. So no right or wrong answer here. If you want to take that pull into the side ribs, if you want to just release the neck side to side, especially if you're just getting started for your morning, just kind of waking up your body, waking up your spine, wiggling the hips side to side, dropping the chin down. And then go ahead and bring yourself all the way back into your neutral. Now drawing the belly up, soften your shoulders down. I want you to take your right hand, reach it straight forward. Pause. Now check if that shoulder's way up by the ear. Can you soften the shoulder down just a bit? And then from here, begin to extend your left leg back. Now keeping that belly lifted. From here, find a little length and lift. Reaching through the fingertips, reaching out the back heel. Now either staying here, holding, supporting, or take an inhale, lengthen. Exhale, elbow to knee. And inhale, reach. And exhale in. Inhale, reach. And exhale in. And again, inhale, reach. Exhale. One more round, inhale. And exhale. And send the hand forward, reach the leg back, pausing here. Now check, is your shoulder way up by your ear? Can you soften the shoulder down a little bit more? Can you lift your belly up just a little bit more? Taking one more inhale. And on your next exhale, take your time, bringing your hand down. Bring your knee down. And pause here for a moment, reset. If one hand and one leg is too much, come back to your cat-cow movement. Just get that nice movement through the spine. Otherwise, go ahead and switch sides. Begin to send your left arm forward. Now soften your shoulder away from your ear. Nice long spine, connecting that core. Extend your right leg. Now remember, opposite arm as leg. Keep the belly lifted. Begin to reach that back leg up. Now one long line. Take an inhale. If available, exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, reach. And four more. Exhale. And reach. Three more. And reach. Two more rounds here. And reach. And one more here. And reach, pausing here, get that nice lift and length through the spine, belly drawn up towards that spine, shoulders soft, connecting through your core. Take one more inhale. And then gently release your hand, release your knee, pause. Awesome work. Spreading those fingers, I want you to walk your hands about 3 inches forward. Now, If you have been up on a chair, again, all of this next stuff can also be done, or if you're seated, feel free to modify to adjust. From here, we're gonna make our way into a down dog. Now make sure you don't lock your elbows out, and we don't want the shoulders way up by the ears. Soften your shoulders away from your ears. Draw your belly in. As you tuck your toe, your hips will lift up towards the sky. Feel free to pedal out your feet, your knees bending one knee then the other. Now staying down dog, again, if that's not working for you, maybe you have a chair nearby, something to help support. All of this can be done from the back of a chair. Just holding here, lengthening, maybe even using a wall, pressing the hands up. So go where it works for you. Grabbing that chair at any time. Staying right where you are in your down dog. Again, pedaling out those feet. Taking one more round of breath here. Now we're gonna fire up those shoulders just a little bit more. I want you to charge up the legs a little bit more. Draw your shoulder blades towards your hips. Lengthen your neck. Let the head drop. If you ever see my head lifted, it's just because I'm talking towards you guys. I know you might be looking at the screen too, but when you can, drop your head, release your neck. Now on your inhale, bring yourself forward, shoulders over your wrists. Now feel a little bit more of that charge through the core and through the legs. Again, if this is too much, adjust. Do plank with knees on the mat. Shoulders soft, away from your ears. Take an inhale. Exhale up and back. And again, inhale forward. And exhale back. One more, inhale forward. Exhale back. Spread your fingers, plant your palms, soft bend in your knees. I want you to walk to the back of the face. Now from here, have a nice deep bend in your knees. Let your head release. And softly begin to roll yourself up one vertebra at a time. Bring it all the way up to stand. Whew. Soften through your shoulders. Now feel free, keep your feet about hips width. I'm going to turn towards the camera here. As you inhale, go and take your arms up and overhead. Now pausing here, wrap triceps forward. The back of your arm, whenever you hear me say tricep, back of your arm, wrap it forward. Now without tension through your shoulders, soften the shoulders down, keep the belly lifted, and soften the ribs. Now take your right hand, bring it all the way down towards your thigh, towards your hip, whichever feels most comfortable. Take a nice big reach up and over. Now again, get into the side ribs, those intercostal muscles that line the ribs. Stretch them out. Now your choice. You can take the gaze down, you can take the gaze up. If it feels okay, we are going to be twisting a bit later. Maybe you even open the heart just slightly towards the sky, towards the ceiling. A gorgeous blue day here in Arizona this Friday. Take another round of breath. And exhale. Inhale, bring you back to center. And go ahead and switch sides. Taking your left hand down, reach up, belly lift, ribs in, and exhale up and over. Face in the side ribs here. And we're still with our control through the core, maintaining that support into the lower back. Take another inhale. And exhale. One more round of breath here. Inhale. And exhale. Now inhale brings you all the way up and overhead. I want you to take your left hand, bring it to your upper back. Now it's going to look like this. Hand to the upper back. Now use your right hand, gently take hold of that elbow and gently hug it in a little bit closer towards. So we want to wrap this tricep forward, belly draws in, ribs are nice and soft. Breathing here, take another inhale. And exhale. One more round of breath, inhale. And exhale. And then go ahead and gently lift, extend, and switch sides. Take the other hand to the upper back, gently press down. Now can you soften through the ribs a bit more? Can you send that tailbone down and just stretching out through the tricep into the lat. As you hug that elbow in, soften your shoulders down. Take another inhale. And exhale. One more round here, inhale. And exhale. And then from here, go ahead and gently release and allowing the arms to drop down. Now, back at the back of your space, back of your mat, wherever you're standing, soft bend through your knees. Take an inhale, float the arms up. Exhale, lower. And two more, inhale up. Exhale, lower. One more, inhale up. Exhale, lower, soft bend through your knees, belly towards your spine. Gently let the head drop, roll all the way down towards the mat. From here, take your gaze forward, walk your hands back out to your downward facing dog. Inner thighs reaching up and back, pressing your heels back. Anytime you need to pedal, pedal out the feet. If you're standing at the chair, back in your puppy dog, feel free to work through the spine, any length, any space you can find. Now, as you inhale, bring yourself forward. Pause. Now, for this first round, we're going to have everyone bring our knees down to our mat. Most important thing as we move into vinyasas, we never want to just flop down or kind of like roll into it. The whole point is that we're stable through our core, that we're engaged in that center, and that we're controlling the descent down onto our belly. So hugging your elbow in, broaden through your collarbone without leading with the chin. Keep your spine long. Take an inhale. Exhale, gently lower all the way down onto your belly. Now, how did that first one go? If they're a bit of work for you, if it's challenging, I recommend doing everyone with those knees on that. Otherwise, as we go progress, feel free to keep those knees lifted. Wrist right next to your ribs, elbows reaching up. As you inhale, I want you to pull your heart forward. Now, don't worry about height. It's not about how high you can go. It's about how long you can get. Can you get your heart to reach across the room? Can you draw your shoulders away from your ears and your tailbone, reach it back towards your heels? Even though we are on the belly, imagine you could lift the belly up, lift the hip bones up, support the lower back. Take an inhale. And then as you exhale, gently lower. And again, inhale, keep it nice and low. The arms are barely working. It's more of these upper back muscles that we're trying to fire up. Hugging the elbows in, take another inhale. And exhale, lower. One more round here. Inhale, lengthen. Shoulders are soft. And then as you exhale, now press into your hands. Press back onto your knees. Tuck your toes. Hips up and back. Downward facing dog with the head drop. Gentle nod, yes. Gentle shake, no. Release. Now let's go for that again. Working into our vinyasa. Inhale comes forward. Now you decide, knees on the mat or knees lifted. As you exhale, hug your elbows in, lower all the way down. Now keep those elbows tucked in as you inhale. Maybe you press a little bit higher, but it's not about this tension here. It's not collapsing in the shoulders. We're not over pushing the belly in. Lift the belly in, soften the shoulders down. Take an inhale. Exhale, press back onto the knees. Tuck your toes, hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Let the head release. One more round together. Inhale, reaching forward. Or I should say one more round here. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. And for even more challenge, tuck your toes here, straighten the legs, and go right back up with straight legs. Take a nice deep inhale. Out your mouth, let it go. Inhale. I want you to reach your right leg to the sky. Pausing here. Press your right heel up. Sending your left heel back. Now bend your foot all the way between your hands. If you've got to grab that foot, that ankle, step it forward, go for it. Drop your back knee all the way down to the mat. Hip bones lift. Shoulders are soft. As you inhale, lengthen the arms up. Wrap triceps forward. Draw the belly in. Send your tailbone down. Now from here, find that length, all the space through the spine. Taking one more round of breath here. And as you exhale, gently release your hands down. Now take your left hand, bring it all the way down to the mat. Take your right hand, opposite arm, and send that arm all the way up. Now the arm that's lifted is the same arm on the side of the leg that's forward. So as you broaden here, don't sink into your shoulder. Lift up. Lift your hip bones up. Broaden. Maybe you even turn your gaze up toward your hand. Draw your shoulders down away from your ears. Take another inhale. And exhale. One more inhale. If available, tuck your back toes. Begin to lift your back knee. Charge up that back leg. On your next exhale, gently release your hand down. Now, it does not matter how straight this front leg goes. I want you to straighten it as much as you can. As you inhale, pull your heart forward. As you exhale, send your hips up. Maybe those front toes lift. Exhale, bend. And again, lift. And bend. Two more. A little bit more leg. And bend. And one more. And bend, pausing here. Now, without sinking forward onto that thigh, can you come up on your fingertips? Can you activate the core a little bit more? Can you get into the upper back where we can soften the shoulders down? Nice, long line. Good. Just that light grip on the mat. Light touch with the fingertips. Take another inhale. Charge up the core. Now plant your palms, step back, downward facing dog. Take a moment, pedal out your feet. Bend one knee, bend the other. Take a nice deep inhale. Out your mouth, let it go. Inhale, left leg to the sky. Exhale, knee to nose. Step your foot between your hands. You can take the ankle, grab it forward, however is best for you. Get that foot all the way up there next to the wrist. Back knee drops down to the mat. Untuck the toes. Now keep the belly lifted, soften your shoulders, control through that core. Sweep those arms up, wrap the triceps. Keeping that belly lifted, sending that tailbone down, find length through the spine. Now as you keep reaching that heart up, broaden through the collarbones. Sending your tailbone down, lift the belly up. Stretch into that right hip. Hugging the left hip back, take another inhale. As you exhale, gently release. Right hand to the mat, send your left arm up to the sky. Broaden. As much space as you can create. Reaching down onto the mat, grounding yourself through that right hand, but then lifting up through the left, maybe even taking that gaze up. Hugging that left arm back, take another inhale. And exhale. Broaden even more, one more inhale. Maybe you tuck the back toes. Exhale, lift that back thigh. Whoo. Reaching up, belly lifted towards the spine. One more inhale here. And then gently releasing your hand. Pause. Now, send the heart forward. Doesn't matter how straight the leg goes, go where it works for you. Inhale, reaching that heart. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, lift. Two more. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, lift. One more. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, lift. And then reaching that heart forward, pause. Now, can you come onto your fingertips so that we're not just hanging out, relying on the arms to hold us. We start to work into the core to support us. Again, we want to use that core. Why? When we get to balances, using the core to support. Hug the hip back. Send the heart forward. Broaden through the collarbones. Power through that back leg. Take one more inhale. And then exhale, gently release your hands. Step back into downward facing dog. Take a deep inhale through your nose. Out your mouth, let it go. Now you're welcome to stay here in down dog or inhale. Shift forward, knees up or down. Take your vinyasa. Exhale to lower. Inhale to lengthen, broaden through the collarbone. And exhale, shift hips up and back, downward facing dog. Take a deep inhale again. Exhale, let it go. One more because it feels good. It's Friday morning. Inhale. And release. Inhale, come onto your toes, look forward. Bend your knees. Light hop, step, skip. However you want to get to the top of your mat. Hands, go ahead and place them onto your shins. Now, it's important that the hands are either on the mat, on the shins, on a chair, somewhere connected, so we're not just hanging out, especially if the hamstrings are a little tight. Bend, use a prop, go somewhere that you can manage. Now from here, go ahead and place those hands on your shins. Inhale, send your heart forward, shoulders away from ear, belly towards the spine, and fold. Two more. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. One more. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Now stand tall. And exhale, hands to heart. Awesome. From here, keep that lift. Now, if it feels more comfortable to keep feet hips width, that's fine with me. Just make sure the knees reach straight forward over those toes. Toes are pointing towards the top of your mat. If available, go ahead and bring those big toes all the way together. Belly lift, tailbone down, hands to heart, shoulders soft. Inhale. Exhale, shift the hips back. Chair pose. Now maintain that lift. Ribs are drawn in, shoulders away from ears. Nice long spine. Now keep the weight pressing back into the heels. Take the arms, lift them up. When you lifted your arms, did you take your shoulders with you? Why? The shoulders aren't holding you, so soften them down. Ground into the legs. Support through the core. And then lifting through the arms, take an inhale. Just the arms. Exhale. Inhale, reach. And exhale. And again, inhale, reach. Exhale. One more round, inhale, reach. This time, exhale, dive forward. Inhale, halfway lengthen. Now plant your palms. I want you to step your left foot straight back. Take your right foot a little bit to the side. Widen your stance, just slightly, widen your base. Now come onto your fingertips. Reach your heart forward. Soft bend through your back knee. Now option A, you can walk those hands up the thigh. Option B, you can take those arms straight up to your full crescent. Go where it works for you. Belly's lifted, tailbone is reaching down. Now, feel free to just stay here. It's a nice strong pose. We're grounding ourselves into space, but we're also charging up those legs. If you've got a little bit more in you, take an inhale. 4 rounds, we're gonna exhale lower. Inhale up. And 3 more, exhale. Inhale. 2 more. And up. 1 more. And up. Now pause. Keep the arms reaching. Sink the hips a little bit deeper. Keep that belly lifted. Now take the arms, palms reach forward, belly towards the spine. Broaden. As you exhale, shift the heart forward. Keep the ribs in. Woo. If you need support, you can gently press on the thigh. Otherwise, keep those arms extended. Take one more inhale. And then as you exhale, release your hands. Step all the way to the top of your mat. Nice job. Take a breath. Take an inhale. Exhale, let it go. Second side. Step your other foot back. Now pause here. Find your lunge. Left knee over ankle. Left hip hugs back. Belly to spine. Broaden. Send those collarbones forward. Now on your next inhale, you can take your hands to the thigh, walk it up, or reach those arms straight up and overhead. Round. Belly lifts. Tailbone down, shoulders nice and soft. Now, if this is enough, stay here. Hold, pause, breathe, whatever works best for you. Don't hold that breath. Or let's add a little bit more. Take an inhale, exhale over. Inhale up, and exhale. Inhale, and exhale. One more round, inhale, and exhale. Reach those arms up, pause. Can you sink the hips just a little bit deeper? Can you draw that belly up just a little bit more? Now take the arms, palms face forward, lift through that belly. As you exhale, send the heart towards the top of the mat. Broaden. We're trying to avoid this rounding here. Through those shoulders, through that upper back. Send the shoulders down away from the ears. Hug the hip back. Take another inhale. And exhale, you got it. Hold one more breath, inhale. And exhale, gently release your hands down. Plant your palms, step back, take plank. If you want, go straight back to downward facing dog. Otherwise, any of my friends that want to do Vinyasa, come forward. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. And exhale, shift hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Take a deep inhale in your nose. Out your mouth, let it go. Inhale, come onto your toes, look forward. Bend your knees. Step, hop, skip, however you want to bring it all the way to the top of your mat. Can you bring your big toes together? Soft bend through your knees. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, pull. Chair pose, hips back, hands to heart. Broaden through your collarbones. Again, without the rounding in the back. Can you lift? Can you lengthen that spine? Can you draw the belly in? Can you soften the shoulders down? Inhale, stand up. Exhale, release. Woo. Second round. Releasing the arms. Chair pose. Inhale. Pause for the exhale. One more inhale. Exhale, release. Inhale, halfway, lift the heart. Step your left foot straight back. Now, same thing, we're coming right back into it. Come onto your fingertips, find the core, find the support. Inhale, float the arms, crescent pose. Whew. Wrap those triceps forward, draw the belly in. Now, take the arms out to the side. As you exhale, I want you to twist towards the leg that's in front. Should be our front leg. If it's not, no worries. As you exhale, turn towards the right side. Now, what usually happens, we start to reach forward. I don't want you to reach forward. I want you to reach back as much as you can to engage through the core. Rotate through that sideways. 2 more rounds of breath. Inhale. And exhale. And again, 1 more inhale. And exhale. And this time, as you find that inhale, broaden. Gently take your left hand all the way down to the mat. Now we're taking it forward. Keep that right arm lifted. Option A, bring the left knee to the mat. Step your foot back. Pause here. Option B, both legs reach back and extend. You hold. Fire through the obliques, through that sideways. Keep that lift. Keep that broadening. Can you take that top arm? Rotate towards the top of the mat. Now don't lock out the elbow. Soft bend. Maybe you take the gaze up. Take another inhale. And exhale. 1 more breath. As you exhale, gently release. Whew. Hips up and back, downward facing dog. Take a deep inhale. Out your mouth, let it go. Pause. Remember, take a child's pose when you need. Grab a sip of water when you need. When you're ready, come onto your toes, look forward. Nice light step, maybe a little hop. Coming back to the top of the mat. Now just resetting here. Let the head hang. You can even grab hands to elbows. Whew. If any tension through the neck, through the jaw, let it go. Reset. When you're ready, bring your hands back down. Take your right foot, step it straight back. Now pausing here, left knees forward, crescent pose. Come onto the fingertips, broaden. As you inhale, lifting all the way up. Now, support as much as you can. Find this lift here, send the tailbone down. Now, soft bend through the back knee. I recommend, of course, we're trying to get power to that back leg, but the hip, it's also a big opening. So feel free to bend, really sink the hips down. Broaden through the collarbones, as much space as you can across the chest. As you exhale, turn towards the left side. Now, whichever leg is in front. If it's right leg, turn towards the right. Whichever leg you have in front, I want you to rotate and twist. Broaden through those collarbones. Now keep that lift, keep that length. Inhale. Exhale, can you take a little bit more? Good, again, inhale. And exhale. One more inhale. Now this time, take it towards that right hand. That hand that's in front, bring it all the way down. Whew. Pause, lift up. Lengthen towards the sky. Maybe you drop the right knee to the mat. You extend, left leg back. Or just maybe, both legs go straight. Yogi's choice, you decide. Now don't let the hips hang down, especially if both legs are straight. Keep those hips lifted, keep that broad knee. Maybe that top arm rotates and reaches up and overhead. Broaden through those collarbones, lengthen that heart. Take another inhale. And exhale. One more inhale. And exhale, gently release. Whew. Shift all the way up. Take your down dog pause. For any of my friends that want to take a vinyasa, inhale, bringing yourself forward. As you exhale, you can lift the knees and lift those hips all the way up. If that's too much, you keep those hips grounded. You stay with cobra. Whichever works for you, but shoulders soft in the ears. Take a deep inhale. And exhale. Inhale, come onto the toes, look forward. Exhale, bend. Step or hop, bring it all the way to the top of the mat. Big toes touch. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Chair pose, bend your knees, hands to heart. Pause for the exhale, belly lifted. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale brings you up. And exhale, release. Awesome. Now just a little balance before we get into our warrior two. And face to the camera. Now lifting that belly up from here. I want you to go and take your right knee, bring it up. Pause. Square off the pelvis. Now from here, ground this left standing leg. Firm through the bum. Press the thigh back. Now from here, we're going to take the knee out to the side. Pause here. Without opening the hip, keep the pelvis square. Now you decide where this foot goes. You can take it right down to a little kickstand. You can bring that foot to the shin, or take that foot all the way up to the thigh. Now draw in towards the midline, towards the center of your body. Lengthen up, reaching down. Maybe you stay here, if available. Take those arms up and overhead. Now keep that belly lifted. Send the tailbone down. And it's not about how far to the side you can get the knee to open. If the knee's slightly forward, that is fine. You want to be more squared through the pelvis, because if the pelvis is off center, you're more likely to wobble and fall. Take another breath, inhale. And exhale. Now this time, inhale, bring your right knee forward. Woo! Can you bring your toes all the way together? Pause. Inhale. Exhale, hips back, chair. Nice. Now, hands to heart. Lift through the belly, lengthen your left tricep, take it all the way across to your right thigh. Pressing those palms together, rotate, twist, and lengthen. Shoulders up from the ear. Take another inhale. Now remember, there's a connection with the arm and thigh. Press into that thigh to broaden. Take another inhale. And exhale. One more round of breath, inhale. And exhale. Inhale brings you back to center. Pause. And then inhale, bring it all the way up. Awesome. Second side. From here, hands to hips. Go ahead and bring your left knee up. Now pausing here. First, find your balance. Ground down into that right leg. From here, press the thigh back. Press your big toe into the mat. And then go and take your left knee to the side. Now, pelvis didn't move. It's just the femur bone, that thigh bone that reaches to the side. You adjust to the floor, to the shin, or all the way up towards that thigh. Now squeezing the bum, draw the belly in, maybe hands to heart, shoulders soft, maybe arms all the way up, wrapping hip. And we tend to do that too. We tend to sink into our hips, into our joints. Lift up out of that hip. Draw that bum in, engage to lengthen. Shoulders soft, take another inhale. And exhale. Now this time, inhale. Bring the knee forward, pause. Belly stays lifted. As you exhale, big toes touch. Keep the length, inhale. Exhale, chair pose. Keep the length, inhale. Exhale, hand to heart. Create even more length, inhale. Right tricep, take it all the way across your left thigh. Pressing down into that leg. And then rotate, broaden along the collarbones. Hips keep sinking back. Can you stack the shoulders? Take another inhale. And exhale. One more round of breath here. Inhale. And exhale. And back to center. Pause for the exhale. Inhale, lengthen. And release. Awesome work. Back at the top of our mat. We're going to take it through, again, either an optional vinyasa or straight back to downward facing dog. You decide, but we're going to start with our little flow here. So standing tall, shoulders soft. Inhale, reach up. And then exhale, soft bend. Dive all the way forward, reaching to the heart. Inhale, send the heart forward. Pause. Exhale, plant your palms. Yogi's choice. Down dog, child's pose, or vinyasa. Knees lifted or lower. Cobra or upward facing dog. Shoulders stay soft. As you exhale, hips up and back, downward dog. Now just a little bit more heat through the core. 4 rounds. We're going to take that right knee to the nose. Inhale, right leg floats up. Exhale, come forward, knee to nose. Inhale. 3 more. Exhale, forward. Inhale, back. 2 more. Exhale, forward. Inhale, back. 1 more. Exhale, forward. Pause. Step your foot all the way between your hands. Woo. Now, crescent. We've already done it a few times now. We're pros at it. We want to set up on our fingertips. Belly lifts. Inhale. Crescent pose. Now, we're taking that crescent pose into our warrior 2. So I want you to bring your hands to heart. Belly stays lifted. Now, your back heel drops to the mat. Now, back toes are turned up just slightly towards the top corner of the mat. Now, your front foot, I want you to walk it in just a few inches. Now, the idea is that we're trying to align our front heel with our back toe. So if we had a permanent marker, drew a line, it would be one straight line to connect the two. Send the inner thigh forward. Send your tailbone down. Hip bones lifted. Shoulders are soft. Now, from here, extend. Reaching the arms out. Press the palms down. Taking your gaze over that right hand. Keep the belly lifted. Now from here, as we straighten, back leg stays straight, front leg lengthens, and then back leg stays straight, exhale, bend. 3 more. Inhale, lift, press in the front big toe, exhale, bend. 2 more. Inhale, lift, and exhale, down. 1 more. Inhale, lift, and exhale, down. Pausing here. Keep that lift through the belly, tailbone reaching down, soft through your shoulders. Now keep that back leg straight. Rotate that front palm. Can you reach it up and back? Whoo! Reverse warrior. Soften your shoulder from your ear. Getting all that space through the sideways. Take another inhale. And exhale. 1 more round of breath here. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale brings you up. Pause. And straighten that front leg. Now from here, I want you to turn your toe toward the side of your mat. Pausing here. Now that belly lifts. Now, got my chair. If you need to go to a couch or grab your chair, go for it. I'm going to show just with options of how the chair might be helpful, because we're going to take this into a twist in a moment. But we're going to start with the forward fold. So make sure that all 10 toes are facing towards the side of your mat. Soft and through knee, engage your quads. Hip bones lifted, shoulders are soft. Now take an inhale. Hands right here at your hips. As you exhale, you can take it halfway down and pause. Keep that lift through the belly. Shoulders away from ears. Take another inhale. And exhale. All this core work, that's what we're targeting. Take another inhale. Now, as you exhale, gently release and fold. If the hands don't reach the floor all the way, bend your knees as much as you can so you can reach the floor, or again, use a chair, use some support so that we're not just kind of hanging out here. I know sometimes hamstrings tend to be a little tight, but use a prop. Help to modify it so it's a little bit more comfortable for you. Letting the head release down. Gentle nod, yes. Gentle shake, no. Now we're going to come back onto our fingertips. Remember that lift just like we do in crescent? Now again, if this is still too low for you, even with the bend in your knees, feel free. Bring hands to chair to support. Now I want you to take your left hand to the center of your chest, right under that sternum, pausing here, or to a chair. And from here, belly lifted. As you inhale, I want you to take your right arm up to the sky. Turn it towards the camera, towards the TV, towards the computer, whatever. Right leg, can you keep it even between right and left? Take the twist into the mid-back. Broaden here, shoulders soft. Take another inhale. And exhale. 1 more round of breath, inhale. And exhale, gently release. Whoo. From here, walk both hands over towards that right foot. Turn the right toes forward. Pause, lift the back heel. Plant your palms, send your heart forward. Yogi's choice. Either into your vinyasa, down dog, child's pose. You decide what works best for you. Take a break, take a sip, grab some water, wherever you need to go with it. Take a deep inhale. Out your mouth. Shoulder blades lifted, neck is released. Inhale, 4 rounds, left leg to the sky. Exhale, come forward, shoulders over wrist, knee to nose. And send it back. 3 more. Exhale, forward. And back. 2 more. Exhale, forward. And back. 1 more. Exhale, forward. Pause. Step your foot between your hands. Now crescent pose. Fingertips. Hug the left hip back. Belly lifted. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Wrap the tricep forward. Belly draws up. Now from here, adjust. Hands to heart. Woo. Soften through your shoulders. Now your back heel all the way down to the mat. From here, straighten that back leg. Walk your foot in just a bit. Send that inner thigh forward. Belly draws up. Shoulders soften down. Go ahead and extend the arms. Soften shoulders without letting that tension be up in the upper traps. Can you press it down? Can you ground into the legs? Can you settle into your breath? Take a nice inhale. And exhale. 1 more round here. Inhale. And exhale. Now let's add that straight leg. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, send that knee straight forward, bend. 3 more. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bend. 2 more. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bend. 1 more. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bend. Now keep the belly lifted. Keep the tailbone reaching down. It is a side stretch, not a back bend. Flip the front palm. Your backhand rests on your thigh, on your calf, wherever you can reach. Broaden along the collarbones. Lengthen that sideways. Take another inhale. And exhale. Inhale, all the way up. And extend and release. Nice. Now, turn all 10 toes towards the side of your mat. I'm going to angle just slightly. And again, I'm going to grab my trusty chair, bring it around to the other side. So again, if you need to face towards the couch, twist towards the other way, have the prop that you need here, just in case to help work your practice. Belly lifts. If needed, a soft bend. We want to make sure the quads are engaged, that we're not locking into the knee joints. Belly up, collarbones broad. As you exhale, belly stays lifted halfway. Keep lengthening through that spine. Belly stays up. Take another inhale. And exhale. 1 more round of breath here. Inhale. And then as you exhale, gently release your hands down and take a moment to fold. Let the head drop down. Gentle nod, yes. Gentle shake, no. Remember, if you need to bend the knees, bend the knees. If you need to use a chair, stay holding on to a chair, something to help kind of support you. So that way, if the hamstrings are really tight, we're not just hanging out here. There's some type of support. Take an inhale. And exhale. And on your next inhale, bring yourself up onto your fingertips. Bring yourself up onto your chair. Just lengthen through that spine. If you are on that chair or mat, wherever you are, take your right hand to the center, aligned with your sternum, right underneath the chest. Now, keep the pelvis square, soft bend through the knees. As you inhale, open up that left arm towards the camera, twisting the other direction. Broaden, lift and lengthen, trying to reach for the sky and the ground at the same time as we send the heart forward as we reach the tailbone back. Take 2 more breaths here. Inhale. And exhale. 1 more inhale. And as you exhale, gently release. And from here, go ahead and rotate the front toes. Walk your hands all the way towards the top of your mat. Let me slide my trusty chair out of the way. Pause, plant your palms, and your choice. Either downward facing dog, child's pose, or exhale. Shift down lower. Inhale to lengthen, taking that vinyasa, and hips up and back, down dog. Take a nice deep inhale. Out your mouth, let it go. And let's go and take a moment. Let's come onto our knees. Take a child's pose. Shifting your hips back. Sending those hips right over those heels. Let the head drop down. Now soften the shoulders from your ears. And just take a moment to settle into the space, onto the mat. Two more rounds of breath here. Coming back to whatever that intention was that you might have set at the very beginning of your class. Whatever positive, any dedication. One more breath here. And slowly begin to shift yourself forward. Tucking back toes, hips up and back. Now we're gonna head into our round of balances. So I want you to inhale, take your right leg up to the sky. As you exhale, bring your knee to your nose, step your foot between your hands. Now again, a chair, a couch, might be useful, something in front of you because we're headed for Warrior 3. So before you move anywhere, you can take a moment, take a look real quick. Warrior 3 is where we have the heart forward, so ideally we're trying to get hands to heart or reaching. But again, if you need support, if you need some kind of balance to get that belly to lift, to soften the shoulders down, feel free to make your way towards something that can help support you with that. Now, before we get all the way into it, I want you to bend the front knee, reach your heart forward. Now, if you're going for full variation without that chair, without that prop, starting here, see if you can begin to float the arms up just like we did at the beginning. Remember all that support through the core? Same thing. This is why it's so important, because as you exhale, as you shift forward, you need that support to shift you into a balance. Now, soft bend through the knee. Arms can stay reaching along the hips. I like to bring them to my heart. Of course, you can always take them forward. Yogi's choice. Hips lifted, ribs are in, shoulders soft. Set your focus. Take an inhale. And exhale. 2 more. Inhale. Now, power through that back leg. Exhale, even if the hands are down on the mat or on a chair. 1 more. Inhale. And exhale, gently release your hands. Woo. Step your foot down, take a fold for a minute. Awesome. How was that balance? It's a big one. Not an easy balance to do. So, if you found balance tricky, you couldn't quite get stable without using a prop, it takes time. So no worries, do what you can. When you're ready, we're gonna step back, plant the palms, all the way into your downward facing dog. Inner thighs reaching back, take a deep inhale. Out your mouth. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, knee to nose. Step your foot between your hands. Now pause. If you know you're going for that chair prop again, nothing wrong with that. Do it. Go for it. You just know where your body is. You know where your balance is. That is fine. Like I said before, nothing about this pose is easy. It's a nice big challenge. That being said, set up for success. Soften the shoulders. Hug the hip back. Draw the belly in. Now from here, can you set those arms up? Whew. Knowing that you're going to shift forward. Keep that core engaged. Power through that back leg. As you exhale, begin to press it forward. Now a soft bend through the standing leg. And then nice big reach through that back leg. Collarbones broaden. Tailbone reaching back. And find that length. Arms go where it works for you. Maybe to the heart. 2 more rounds of breath here. Inhale. And exhale. 1 more round. Inhale. And exhale. Go ahead and gently release. Bringing both feet down. Pausing here for a moment. Softly bend the knees. Maybe grab hands to elbows. Gentle sway side to side. You made it. Taking 1 more breath here. And then let's go ahead and gently exhale. Release the hands. Now take your left foot. Go ahead and step it straight back. Drop your left knee all the way down to the mat. Now we're going to move into our stretches here. Headed into our lunges. Now, a couple options. We're going to be on this knee for a while, so if you need to flip your mat, put a towel underneath, make sure that knee feels okay and comfortable, go for it. Soften your shoulders. For some of us, this might be enough here. Now, we have a couple options here to kind of get a little deeper into this stretch. You can take your right hand to your right thigh, gently rotate just to twist. If that feels okay, stay there. If you want a little bit more and you're able to grab that back foot, you can bring the back foot up, reach back, take hold of the toes, maybe the ankle, and gently pull in. At no time should there be pain in your knees. If there is pain in your knee, I want you to reset. I want you to bring the foot back down. Now broadening through the collarbones. If you have that foot, take that gentle twist. Now keep the belly lifted rather than just overextending into the hip joints. Lift that belly up, engage. Take another inhale. And exhale. 1 more round of breath. Inhale. And front foot. And I want you to take your time, go and gently walk it across your mat. single pigeon. Now you're gonna let the knee drop down. I'm gonna give a couple options in case this option does not work for you. Most important thing if you're in single pigeon, again, no pain in your knee. Soften your shoulders, belly lifts. If you're here in single pigeon, you can slowly begin to release forward with control. If this single pigeon is not working for you, another awesome option that I love is to come all the way onto your back. Take your ankle across your thigh. You can either press the thigh forward or thread the needle, reach the hands around, gently lower the shoulders, softly release. So either on your back or in your single pigeon. Now again, here for a few rounds of breath, allowing the body to settle. Slowing that breath down, taking 3 more rounds of breath here. One more breath. And on your next inhale, if you're on your back, go ahead and slowly bring yourself up. If you're in single pigeon, gently walk the hands out. And we're just gonna gently slide that right knee back, coming onto all fours, and we'll all meet back here together. Pausing for a moment, we're gonna step our left foot forward, switching to the other side. Now pressing the hips down, again, for some of my friends this might be enough. Send the hips down, lift the belly up. Feel free to stay here. For others of us, we might start to take that hand towards the thigh, maybe gently rotate and twist as we press the hips down. Again, it depends on where your body is, where your flexibility is. Each day is different. So no pressure. Stop where you need to stop. Take the pose that works best for you. If it feels okay to reach for that back foot, left hand to right foot, you can go ahead and grab hold of it. I did not demo this on the other side, and I meant to, and I forgot. If you're super close to that foot, maybe you can grab it, and it tends to be a little tricky with the towel. But you can even, maybe you're almost there, but you want to use a towel to kind of help grab, hold to lengthen the arm. Feel free to do that as well. Broadening along the collarbones, lift the hip bones up, pressing the hips down. 2 more rounds of breath. Inhale. And exhale. 1 more round here. Inhale. And then exhale. Gently release your foot back down towards the mat. Now your front foot, take your time. Go ahead and walk it across your mat. And then from there, single pigeon, you're gonna set up, gently lower the knee down. Now again, same thing, no pain in the knee. If you know you're gonna go onto the back, if that felt better for you, switching sides, go ahead and make your way to your back now. For my single pigeon friends, drawing the shoulders down, belly stays lifted. As you exhale, gently release and fold. And again, just a quick demo, in case you forgot. If coming onto the back feels better, you're gonna switch to the other leg. Left ankle over right thigh, and then from there, thread the hands around the shin, around the thigh. Now, be careful. We want to make sure our head, especially if you're on your back, you're not lifted with tension here. You want the head and shoulders to be able to settle all the way down onto the mat. So again, even if you need that towel for extra arm length, go for it. Now, allowing that breath to help release the hips a little bit more so that we don't feel tense through those hips. Softening through the shoulders, soften through your jaw. 2 more rounds of breath here. One more round. And then as you inhale, take your time, slowly begin to lift. Planting your palms, and then from here, spreading those fingers wherever you are on your back, on your single pigeon, go ahead and shift the hips back, and then go ahead and bring those legs all the way out in front of you. Awesome. Our last couple stretches here seated. I want you to go ahead and sit nice and tall. Now, take the skin of your bum and just gently lift it up. Pull it up so we can sit as tall as we can onto our hips. Now from here, take your right knee. Go ahead and bend your knee. Take that foot, bring it all the way across your thigh. Now, pressing your left heel forward, I want you to flex your left toes. Don't let this leg be forgotten, and then it just kind of hangs out. Energy through the straight leg, and use your right hand. Sit up as tall as you can. As you inhale, lengthen. Exhale, go ahead and take hold of that right knee. Hug it in toward your chest and rotate to twist. Soften your shoulders down. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, twist. 2 more rounds here. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. 1 more. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Bring yourself all the way back to center. And then from here, go ahead and switch sides. Pressing that right heel forward. Go ahead and bend your left knee. Take it across your thigh, sitting as tall as you can. Now, don't forget about the right leg. Press the heel forward. Draw the toes back. Use your left hand. Inhale, sit as tall as you can. As you exhale, take hold of that thigh, of that knee. Gently hug it in. And then as you exhale, gently rotate. And again, inhale, can you lift even higher? Exhale, can you twist even more? Again, keep the energy moving. Inhale, lift. Exhale, rotate. 1 more round of breath here. Inhale, lift. Exhale, twist. And then bring yourself up. Legs through both feet. Last forward fold here. All 10 toes reach back. Arms float up. Triceps forward. Belly lifts in. As you exhale, lengthen into your forward fold. Now again, if you've got that trusty towel, trusty strap, maybe hands don't quite reach the feet, go ahead and reach it around the toes, and then soften the shoulders. Forward folds are never about our shoulders and this tension here. We want them to be about the hamstrings, the back of the legs. So, inhale, get the tension out of your shoulders, out of your neck. Exhale, fold. And again, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold a little deeper. Go where you can. 1 more. Inhale. Now, exhale, keep the shoulders soft, but maybe the head releases down. 2 more breaths. 1 more round of breath here. And as you inhale, gently take your time. Now this time, we're going to finish in a seated position. So I want you to go ahead and cross at your shins. Take a moment sitting tall. Now you decide where you place the hands. You can keep them on the thighs. You can bring them together at heart center, whichever feels most comfortable for you. And even if being seated right now isn't super comfortable and you need to come up to a chair, something a little bit more elevated, maybe a pillow under the hips, I want you to do that now. So go ahead and just make yourself comfortable. Once you're there, I want you to soften your gaze. I want you to close your eyes. And I'm going to talk you through a little bit of breath as we close things out. Now, once you found that comfortable seated position, just check. Noticing how the body feels. Noticing where the mind is. Do you keep in mind that positive thought, maybe that dedication or practice to someone, or maybe even yourself? And whatever reason brought you to your mat this morning, taking these next about 30 seconds or so, just settling into silence, soften, and just be in this moment with your breath in your space. Now gently begin to deepen your breath. Taking a comfortable round of breath here. Inhale. And exhale. Closing with 3 big breaths. Take a deep inhale. Out your mouth, let it go. 2 more deep breaths in. And release. 1 more deep breath in. And release. ceiling in your practice, your work, your effort, your focus. Any positive intention, energy that you've set for yourself, maintain that through the rest of your day, on through your weekend. Namaste. Thank you so much, yogis. I hope you enjoyed. It's a pleasure teaching for Breakout Studios Online. Again, my name is Nicholas. If you have any questions, any comments, any requests, please let us know. Let the studio know. Let Todd know. I do apologize if I put super shadowy today. I don't live in Arizona. I live in LA, and I came back to escape all the madness. And luckily, my parents were gracious enough to be hosting me. So I'm trying to find the best spot outside because I've fallen back in love with Arizona. Again, the weather's gorgeous, so if I can practice outside, I'm trying to do as much as I can. I realize we might have some lighting issues though, but anything that comes up, whether it's lighting, just any poses you want to try, quicker or slower with the practice, please feel free. Let us know, and don't forget we got another Vinyasa flow on Monday at 3:30 p.m. So tell your friends, and I hope I'll be around again then on Monday. So have a great weekend. See you guys soon. Bye.